Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's not, yo, I hope you can hear me. Yo, can chat also hear me?
Yes, yeah, chat can't hear us right now. That's why I want to do the audio check to make sure.
I'm glad, right? So it's some shit that I can finally say. So I'm glad. It's why I said I'm glad that Rodimus, right, he's doing this, right, because I think that this whole entire community needs to know, and everybody from who's not even in this community, they need to know the backstory behind why people in this community act the way they act, right, and why I act the way I act towards these people. And I think today is gonna be a good chance to just do it, man. It's gonna be so good, bro, just to do it, you know.
Fair enough. All right. Well, viewers, fans, and subscribers, all the same out there in the continuities here for Iacon and in our newly invested thing here, looking into the Demon Slayer community for 1 and 2. I want to introduce you guys to my next guest here on the panel. I want to introduce you to Ryomen Kitbutsuji. I'm sorry if I butchered your name.
It's fine. It's Ryomen Kitbutsuji.
Ryomen Kitbutsuji.
Yeah, Kitbutsuji.
Okay, but how have you been through this week?
I've been very well, you know. It's been, all right. It's been a very calm week for real. So decent.
Okay. Hey, Demo, welcome in. That's not how you. I know. I'm sorry. I think I probably might have butchered his name. That's why I can't redo that take, unfortunately. So I gotta hold it. All right. Well, let's go on ahead and let's just hop into this. And then chat. Also, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns while we're going through, we can definitely work those in while we're going along, right? So the first thing I wanted to delve into was I wanted to talk about. I guess let's delve into your background first, and then we'll delve into the background in general. So, how did you first come about in Demon Slayer scene?
Wow, man. See, that is a good question. All right, so okay, the first time, right, the way I got into this Demon Slayer community, as far as gaming, right, is, well, it was around COVID year, right? This one we was on lockdown, we was in the house. We didn't have much to do, right? And around that time, they canceled my sports activities, my workout plans, and all that because everything was locked down. So we was literally forced to be at home and do online shit. And me being me, I'm more hands on. So it just turned me off of it. And I was like, bro, I don't really have nothing to do for real, right? And at the time, right, I had an Xbox, right? And I was thinking to myself, I was like, bro, I barely be on it, so I'm gonna be on the Xbox a little bit more, right? So I was just like, I'm just about to be on the game a little bit more. So I hop on the game, and this is around when MK11 was coming out too. So I was like, all right, cool. So I started playing the game around that time. But then I was also reading Demon Slayer, right? Because this is when Demon Slayer was coming out weekly as well. So Demon Slayer was coming out weekly, and I was reading it, man, and I was like, man, this shit is so good. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if this get a game. So I did. I made like a little self note. If this was to get a game, I was gonna play it regardless of what I'm doing. And some time passes on, and then they actually release a game. They actually announce it's coming to a game, right? So I was like, you know what, bet I'm about to play it. So I go ahead and get the game, and I dabble into it, and I see if I like it or not. And I just end up loving it. Because I like all the characters in the game, bro. Like when it comes to actually liking the characters, right? I love the characters. Now, as far as like their play styles in the game, cool, probably not. But it's like overall the general character. Yeah, I like every character in the whole entire series.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a little bit of how I get into it. Now, as far as like meeting the people into it, I guess that would be like a different question. So.
Okay. And then, what was your first experience or battle in the game, or like the first event that you visited?
First event in terms of what, like PvP or
Yeah, your first online experience with the game. That when you first went online,
okay.
like what was the first place that you visited, or after a bit, what was the first event that you had a chance to visit or take part in?
Way back. So the first thing I ever did when I did get the game is I hopped in training mode for real to try to see who I like. And around that time, no demons was out. They didn't even release demons when the game first came out. It was just slayers. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I gotta play slayers. So I looked at the slayers who I want to play, and it was Coach Giyu. It wasn't even regular Giyu; it was Coach Giyu because I just liked the little suit he had on the track suit. I was like, bro, I like that shit. So I put him on, and then I put Inosuke on the school Inosuke because I just like the school characters because it was different. You know what I mean? So I was running with that team for a little while. Then I hop on rank, and then I like the feel. So I guess overall, if we talk about events wise, like it was just me on rank for a good like part of my time when I was playing that game, right? Before I really got into, the Discord, meeting the people. Because when I got Discord, right, that's really when I start going into events. Because mind you, right, bro, I was never an online person, bro. I'm gonna tell this shit right now, bro. I was never online like that at all. Like I didn't even know I heard about Discord, but I never got Discord. Like I never ever got in Discord. A friend recommended me to get Discord, and I went ahead and got it.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't blame you there because like Discord's been shit. It's been almost like a decade old, so I don't blame you too much there on like not getting Discord initially because it almost felt like it was just like what a notch up from Skype in those years.
Yeah.
And Chad, if you don't know what Skype is generally like everything that we have here on Discord in an earlier generation, which unironically they discontinued, I think, earlier this year, last year somewhere.
Yeah.
Next thing what to go into was in terms of like achievement. What was what was your greatest achievement in and with the community?
And it will. That's good, bro. So I won the first. This one I was over on Xbox. I'll say my greatest achievement on Xbox. I'll say was winning the biggest tournament, like like the first biggest like Xbox tournament I won. I remember I was going through the I was rushing through the bracket. Like I was actually like beating everybody in the bracket, and it was a time, man. It was a time. It was a time.
What was the name of the event?
To be honest with you, I can't remember the name of it. I really can't remember the name because it was so long ago. Like this was like long, long ago, and plus, uh, it was just so many other events after that event happened. But I do remember it was one of the first biggest Xbox tournaments ever, and I think I do remember the host's name. The host was like Dark. It was like Dark something, but um, yeah, that was the biggest Xbox tournament of like the first couple of months of the game. So yeah,
Okay. You said this was back during the COVID years. Was this on the first Demon Slayer game, or was this on the second one?
no, this is on the first one. This is on the first one.
Okay.
This is on the first one. Yes, it's on the first one.
How does the ability to play and compete influence you or give value to you?
A lot. So I love competing. Right, I'm a competitive dude at nature. Right, it don't matter what I do. I'm competitive like shit. So I like to learn I like to come up with certain strategies, right? Whatever I'm doing, either if I'm playing basketball, if I'm swimming, if I'm boxing, if I'm running track, or if I'm on a game, like especially fighting games at that, like I always try to come up with a strategy to win. And I like to come up with a strategy to win my way, right? I like to win my way. So every time when I compete, I feel good because I know that if I mess up, it's on me, right? Now, it truly depends on the game at times. You know, sometimes the games could be ass and you could play the best that you could play and it still wouldn't matter because it's the game. But at the time, you know, at the games that was out, like it would mainly be about skill. You know what I mean? It really wasn't the game's fault. It was like if you're ass or if you're not ass.
Okay. Next, okay, let's go into. Let's see. Yeah, those are the main four things that I wanted to ask about you, and then how your journey in the Demon Hunters scene initially began, so you get an idea on like your journey and the journey still yet to be told if you're still competing these days.
Well, right now, the answer on that, I'm not like I don't compete no more. I don't compete no more. I'm merely a commentator now. I'm a commentator now, right? And I say that because it's no point to compete in the new game no more. It's too much shit that they need to fix, you know, and they got too many false players who think that they are competent, you know, in the game, but they're not. So I like to I like to keep my time, you know, I like to use my time very, very, very sparingly when it comes to certain things that I do. And me trying to continue to compete in this game, it serves no purpose. It serves no purpose for me too. So
Okay. Let's see. Going into the table of contents here. Depending upon how far back you go, you said you come from Xbox. Were you also there at the beginning for like PlayStation or Steam by chance?
not PlayStation. I wasn't there in the beginning of PlayStation, but I came around. I came around like the middle to end of PlayStation. Well, not really the middle. Yeah, it was the middle. It was the middle because the DLC, like this one, the DLC just got announced, so it was still kind of freshly like still new. So yeah, the middle. I'll say the middle.
Okay. Okay, because my main question that I was going to go into starts into my table of contents, which was to ask, like, what the community's origin was or what it was like. And so, I mean, the best that you can probably go into, I guess, would probably be like the Xbox perspective as opposed to what you can.
I mean, I still can't. No, I still can't go on a PlayStation perspective. I ain't gonna lie. Like now, as if we're talking about like the beginning of PlayStation, nah. But like everything else, yeah, everything else we can definitely get into that.
Yeah, the community's origin. For what you can remember, what was the activity of the players like in those days? Or like, how did the competition divulge and spread out to what it is today?
Okay. So you want me to start off with Xbox first, or you want me to go into like this?
Xbox first, and then you can go into PlayStation.
Okay. If we go on through the Xbox players, man, they were something, man. They was like truly like just bots. Like that's the best way I could explain it to you, man. Like truly bots. These Xbox players back in the day, they really wouldn't know how to play their character. And the crazy thing about it is, normally, you know, I would say, oh, you know, they'll try to play meta and stuff like that. But the Xbox players was truly just mindless. Like it was weird because everybody in my circle, every time we would go against like Xbox people, you know, we was from Xbox, you know, we was vastly different. You know, like we literally knew how to use our characters to the highest extent and just dominate. No Xbox player at the time was doing the same shit we was doing. anybody that was in 12K around that time, they was not using the characters like we was using them. And I know it probably sounds kind of like, egotistical, but it's not though. It was true. Like nobody was using the characters we was using at that time, like on Xbox. So Xbox was truly just mindless.
When you say using them in the way in terms of like honing the craft and not so much like autopiloting the character, trying to actually use the character to the best of its capabilities, managing
Yes.
the downsides, like optimizing the value of what the character's kit is.
Yes. Everybody in that 12K was doing that. It wasn't a single player who wasn't doing that. Like, and plus, again, right? We literally had everybody. And what I mean by everybody is like it was 12 members at the time, but us 12 was enough to just take care of the whole entire community. The whole entire Xbox community. Like the Xbox community served it was really no purpose for the Xbox community to really think that they was comp, And I had to learn that myself when I came over to PlayStation because I really thought we was comp before we came over to PlayStation. I will say, I got humbled when I came over to PlayStation, right? Because I was still I was not used to all the new PlayStation players, play styles and shit. So when I came over to PlayStation, I got beat on. I'm not gonna lie, I got beat on, but it took me like 1 month to get accustomed to like majority of the PlayStation players. Then the rest was history, bro. Because PlayStation, the thing about PlayStation players is they have a one-track mindset. They like to follow people. They like to follow each other. It's not even just people; it's each other, right? So if they're cool with a certain person, no, if they're cool with certain people in their little clique, right? They're going to copy each other to the way they talk, to the way they dress, and to the way they act. Like it's kind of scary. Almost. I'm not gonna lie. It's really scary because I look at it, I'm like, damn, bro, they have no personality of their own. And it's shocking because even their play styles resemble that too. No PlayStation player, I'm talking about no true PlayStation player has a mind of their own for at all. Only a select few people do, but majority don't. The ones who consistently, especially Demon Slayer 1, the ones who was like, I competed Demon Slayer 1, I'm like the best in it. Like, no, bro. They all act the same. They all play the same at all. And it's crazy. It took me 1 month. It literally took me 1 month to become on the same skill level or far above the people who've been playing this game on PlayStation. And I'm an Xbox player. Well, I was an Xbox player.
So would you say like sheeple or like one-track mining in terms of thinking or in terms of just like how they like execute a game plan in the field? Which one of those?
I'll say both, man. But if we're talking about, like one-on-one, then executing their gameplay, well, the game plan, nothing will change about their game plan whatsoever, dude. Like I said, it will always be the same. It will always be the same. Nothing will change at all.
Okay. Um, yeah, that delves into the Xbox and then the PlayStation. Have you had a chance to delve into Steam any, or that's just a totally like different field?
What you mean? You said scene
Yeah, the scene for Steam for Demon Slayer on PC. If you had a
on
chance to delve
PC?
in there or meet any of the people over there on PC.
I actually have met some people on PC, but I haven't played them. Not everybody on PC, but I played like a good two top players. One with animosity, and I think the other one's name was what was it? The other one's name? No, I think it was just animosity. Yeah, it was animosity. Yeah, I played him on laptop. I got my laptop and I was playing him, and I wasn't accustomed to the laptop because I had a small laptop at the time, so I really couldn't do nothing for it because I wasn't accustomed to it. But if we talking about the PC scene over there, yeah, I played a little bit of the PC players. Personally, if I think the PC players are better than you know PlayStation players, nah, not for real. Especially not me, but like, you know, I fought some of them.
Okay. And no, not so much the measure of it, but just to get an idea in like the well-rounded sense, because I know that the game exists on all three platforms, but it may also be subject to belief or perspective on which one thrives the most, or which one may be the most active, or which one
Yeah.
has like the most investment for a competitive scene, or just has the most engagement in which to even house a competitive scene.
Yeah, it's definitely would be PlayStation then. It's not even like as crazy as I would want to not admit it, it's really PlayStation. PlayStation will always have the most players when it comes to anime games. It will always be PlayStation. Truly. But that's the thing though, with PlayStation having so much eyes on it, man, like the PC players and the Xbox players will only copy what they see, right? They will copy the players. They will copy their mannerism. I'm like, bro, it's like monkey see, monkey do, bro. I kid you not. And with Demon Slayer 1, especially Demon Slayer 1, PC players, Xbox players was copying everything these so-called top players on PlayStation would do. And the crazy thing is the top players on PlayStation just copy each other. They was monkeys. They was truly just monkeys.
Damn,
So
that takes me back to early Dragon Ball. Damn.
I mean, it's true, bro. It's true. You know what? I
It
can't
is.
even call them monkeys, bro. It's roaches, bro. They're just roaches, man. They're roaches. They're infested. Like they
Isn't that
literally infested.
isn't that a bit
And
harsh though to call him that?
no, not so ever, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. At all. Like it's not harsh because like it's true. Like like 3 communities, right? You gotta understand. I've been in 3 communities, right, Rodimus?
Mhm.
I've been in Xbox, I've been in PlayStation, and I've been in PC. Now, as me not being, well, I guess not fighting all the PC players. The PC players still know, like the PC players still know me because every time when they would literally be in a tournament, right? Because again, PlayStation has the main tournaments. People from Xbox and people from Steam and like PC, they're going to watch us. You know what I mean? They're going to watch us, and they always try to put their input on shit, right? So, you know, they have no right to say none for.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, that will happen from time to time because there's events that I've hosted or that I've been a part of from time to time where we do have visitors from other platforms that you just weigh in on the compare and contrast and you kind of see like what's the norm on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
And it may differ from the norm that they come from. Or, depending upon how prevalent it is, it actually will differ. Whereas, like, it's almost 2 different worlds. It's like 2 different planets.
Yeah.
Let me see what you said, Hoodie Polk. Let me know if I missed anything. Sorry, man. Can do. This is not Sorry Man, though. This is Rodimus Prime. I do know Sorry Man, so I'm trying to see if I can book him in a future one. But yeah, I'll let you know if you missed anything. Next thing I wanted to delve into was talking about the state of play, which also goes into talking about updates and patch notes and DLC change in the sandbox. And I wanted to know what your opinion was on the state of play in terms of Demon Slayer 2 presently.
I'm glad you asked that question. So, my take on the state of play in Demon Slayer 2 is horrible. It is the state that it's in right now is so fucking horrible. Now, the reason why I say it's horrible, it's purely because of the shit that players can do and can get away with no consequences at all. They can do anything. And you remember when we was watching the top 8, right? Of how I was saying Slayers in general just take no skill, especially when it goes against demons.
Yes.
They literally defy everything in this game. This game already has bugs in it, right? Now, when you add bugs with bad players and bad players not even thinking about their engagement when they fight you and they know they can't get punished for it, it just screams. It just screams this game can't be taken seriously at all. And the people who and for the people who do take it seriously, they know for a fact, right? They're not good at anything else at all, man, at all. Because it just makes me think to myself, man. Like every time, right? I hop on this game, I play this game on rank. Cool. Even the people I play on rank, they don't think, man. They just mash their face, they roll their ass cheeks on the controller and call that skill, man. And it's not skill whatsoever. We already had this talk that people, as soon as they lose with their character that they want to play, they're going meta. And in the state of play that it is right now, bro, they all will go meta, bro, because they can get an easy dub. Every top player that you got recommended, every top player that tried to talk to you, excluding myself, but every top fucking player, bro, they literally will go meta. It's no character specialist at all in this game, except for me and a couple of other people. At all. The state of play is horrible.
When was the last time Demon Slayer 2 had a patch?
It didn't have a patch. Oh, you know what? It had a bug. It had a bug patch, and that was like 2 months. 2 months. It had a bug patch, but it still bugs. No characters got patched at all. No characters at all. They didn't get nerfed, nor they got patched.
No patch, like so, just mainly just like a bug fix here or there.
It was just a bug fix, yeah. No patch, no nothing at all.
Damn. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Patch
Are you
notes
trying to search it
glitches.
up?
Yeah, I was trying to see what was going on here to see if there was something that I can take a look at.
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah. Like I said, it's gonna be hard to find it because it hasn't been there. It hasn't been there, man. It's just been It just been one or two little bug fixes, and that's about it.
Damn.
Yeah. It's kind of sad almost. Every time when I think about it too, I was so hyped for this game. And I'm not about to say this game is bad because it's not bad if you don't take it seriously. You get what I'm saying? The
Right.
game is very enjoyable when you just have fun, right? When you just have fun just to play it. But taking it seriously, throwing money matches up, playing comp, that shit is not fun at all because the players, they're not good. The players try to make this shit sound good, but it's not because they're doing the cheesiest tactics to win, bro. They are horrible. And this is not coming from me just out of pure hate. This is actually coming out of straight facts, man. Straight facts. Out of all the shit that I've done in this community, out of all the shit all the arcs that I created, all of that, it just shows this game, especially the second game, it takes no skill.
What do you think the chances are between the next? What you guys are on DLC 2 on the pass that's coming up, that's out currently. What do you think are the odds of any of the remaining characters also releasing a patch note alongside it, or a touch-up process alongside the character release?
Man, that's hard. That's hard to say because the second DLC that's about to come out is about to come out next month, and hopefully we can get a patch notes. We just can get a whole bug fix and character balance patch. You know, if Zen comes out, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I just think they're gonna keep it like this. And that's the sad part about it. That's the sad part about it, man. Yeah, people don't want to tell. I just hate when people don't tell the full actual, the full actual problems behind this game. Because people gonna try to tell you that you can get around the shit that's happening. No, you can't, man. You can't get around it. You can't get around it. I literally studied this. I studied this game. I studied this game, and I can confidently say I mastered this game. And it's shit that you just can't get around, and that's the sad part about it.
What about? I take it a lot of the meta plays to the mechanics more so than to the decision of the player.
Yeah, facts. It goes through the like. If somebody picks meta, that means they're ready to abuse the bullshit the game has. So if they pick Guillaume EDs in, they're ready to abuse the bullshit. If they pick Mitri EDs in, they're ready to abuse bullshit. If they pick Tengen and Edie Tandro, they're ready to abuse bullshit. HK Tandro, they're ready to abuse bullshit. Like anybody who picks top tier slayers are just ready to abuse bullshit. And the sad part about it is demons can't do nothing about it. We have to play perfectly. Well, true demon mains, we have to play perfectly. If we don't play perfectly, we get blown up for it. And it's unbalanced. Like the meta right now is just so fucking unbalanced.
Okay. Next question. I wanted to delve into the introductory level of the video game, which I mean it may sound redundant in reflection of our preceding layer in the conversation, but still, how inviting do you feel the gameplay is to the common beginner, or the next gen person compared to previous installment, the previous installment?
I feel like it is definitely I feel like it's definitely good. Wait, hold on.
Yeah. Alright, chat, for any lurkers out there, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns while we're going through, feel free to definitely voice them or speak as you will in order to pop it in while we're going through here.
My fault. I had to get my dog. Alright, but as I was saying, it's more like it's more like what was the question again? I don't know what I was wrong with that.
The question was the introduction level of the gameplay. So at base level for Demon Slayer 2, how inviting does it feel for people starting out or wanting to pick up the game? Like what is the ceiling of the gameplay?
The ceiling of the gameplay is it's definitely easy to get into. It's very easy to get into. It's not hard. It's not hard to get into the game at all. The only thing that you need to understand and learn how to get into the game is to go into the training lab, understand how to use your skills, and you can find your own routes at that point. It's not hard. This game is not hard to get into, nor is it complex to truly understand. Like I said, it's like you can add more shit onto it to make it more complex, but the base of the game is not complex, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay. Like in terms of like putting a combo together or trying to learn how to move or like really figure out what a character wants to do.
Yeah. Like truly.
Next question or observation. I wanted to go into the comp scene and the tournaments. And delving into like how many of them that there are that you know of, or like how how abundant that you feel that it is.
Mm. The comp scene has grown, especially in the second game since the Infinity Castle has been out. And the movie is doing very well. The movie's doing really, really good. So people's gonna be excited, and people will want to play their favorite characters, and they have a game like that to do. They can play their favorite characters in this game because this game has majority of everybody, every main person who played a part in the story. Now we still waiting on some people, but majority of everybody's in the game, so they will want to play their characters. So I think it's definitely doing pretty good. Now as for the comp scene, once again, like I said, it is very. It depends on how they're feeling about the game. Some people don't know about the bugs, right? They see their favorite characters. They see that they have cool looking ultimates that they look cool to play as. But once they really understand the game and understand that there's bugs that literally break the game, then they're gonna get turned off from it.
Okay. Actually, that is kind of clear cut. Next analysis to delve into was the developer's involvement and the patch note rough points, which, again, may possibly sound redundant, but has there been any previous transparency with the developers for Demon Slayer? Or it's kind of just, we'll just play it by ear and then it just happens?
Play it by ear, man. It's really play it by ear. It's not like Street Fighter or SNK where or even Grand Blue, where they tell you a roadmap of what's next to come. You know what I mean?
It just pops up and it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't like that type of transparency. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like it feels like My Hero is probably like the only one, like the only main Bandai product that's been like consistently like riding the investment versus transparency by the developer to really like make the games at the best that they can be with every update they choose to invoke. But I don't know why every other product is like lacking in that same transparency for the same appeal and investment the IP delivered on with the anime.
I don't know either. I don't know why they do. That's a good thing too. Like I don't know why uh that's the case, cause like Bandai is always about money, man. At that point, I learned the hard way. I was in denial, low key, but I learned the hard way, man. JJK was not even JJK. It was Bleach, man. Bleach was my final Bandai product that I'm ever going to get when it comes to like anime IPs, bro. Like Bleach done messed me up so bad because like I really thought I was gonna be a good game. It's not.
Bleach, which one?
The new one that came out.
Oh no, I thought that was a really good game.
But I was about comp, bro.
Oh,
Like again, I play games for like comp.
oh,
Like,
you got me
bro,
there. I haven't delved into the comp yet for that game.
yes, bro. Like, oh my gosh, that was horrible, man. Like I said, Bandai is just that company is purely about money. They don't care about their games at all.
Okay. All right, and chat also, if you want to weigh in on that transparency issue, let me know and give me some compare and contrast here with Bandai in terms of updates and patches and stuff. Next, I wanted to delve into the community hard points and then a growth factor with the community. And so with that, I mean when the community this is when a game reaches some of those rough patches where to keep it going, there are either the main people or there's going to be events of interest that create navigation windows where an event or maybe a situation may happen where it's a dividing point of interest that fuels interest and continued investment to the gameplay, or does also beget or originate drama sometimes, and they create hard points in a video game community's lifespan. And that's usually where people's careers or their investments may pivot, or in some rare cases it may also conclude. Other cases it may also start.
So are you saying like?
Are there any community hard points you can think of? Rough patches?
As far as Demon Slayer 2, man, no. But one, they had a couple of patches. But as far as like, character balances patch, bro, like, I think the only good one we had is that how they actually, like, the first time ever in a long time, they released some notes on the first game. And that was around when the DLC got finished. When the first part of the DLC and the Demon 1 got finished.
Okay. To delve more into that, though, with the community hardpoint, though, is mainly going into like rough patches with the community, like dramatic points that may have happened, or a scandal here or there. It doesn't have to be something that you need to delve into, but something that would also like make it difficult for people to want to continue investing with the gameplay, or people of interest that just like made the game feel bad, or created an improper narrative about the video games or its community.
So what are you trying to say actually? That I can get a better understanding.
Sure. So I'm trying to think. So like, let me use my scene for an example. So chat, like you already know, like I come from the Dragon Ball community, the Dragon Ball Fighters community, and a couple of rough patches per se that have come up in the past would be like a lens filtering issue, where events were very like the well for events had almost dried up, where it's only like one or two places, where there's actually dozens of places where you can go to get a fix for an event. But the problem is that promotion is fixed by the one or two people, so it always goes to them. And then when they leave, suddenly the scene, quote unquote, dies. When that's where that creates a drama effect. Or example 2 is a formerly proficient teacher and another one of the professional players in the scene that I know of. I won't drop any names, that had an unfortunate scandal about them come to light in a multiple personality disorder thing that had happened, and it led to a very huge rift in several servers and a good portion of the Dragon Ball community that affected the gameplay for like a few months, because like people couldn't trust anybody, or it was like you couldn't trust people that were trying to help you get better at the game, for thinking that they were either trying to groom, trying to tell you wrong, like be completely bad influences all in all. But you couldn't try to pin that down on them because they have good clout behind them, and you have the narrative pivoted, so you couldn't really it's covered up. You wouldn't be able to bring it to light without causing a shit show.
I see.
Yeah, things like that.
I see.
That can distort a narrative in terms of like how the gameplay can be. It depends on like how deep or affiliation or relations with people can go. Sometimes that will affect how peaceful a game is versus how chaotic it may be behind the scenes, depending upon the veil.
Yeah, we have. I think Demon Slayer definitely has some of that too. Some of these people are weird, but damn, you know what? Like these people actually. Some of these people actually did some nutty ass shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's actually been proven. So, I'm just not gonna say the names, just purely because we're on your podcast. I don't want to.
That's fair.
Have none. Tied you into the shit, but yeah, a lot of people, and I'm talking about like top players. They done some nut shit. That's why I act the way I act towards them.
Okay. Okay, that's mainly what I meant by the community hard points. That way I could better use an example, because those types of incidences, whether or not we mean for them to happen or not, or they're in good intentions or the master's good intentions, those also lead to pivoting points on why player bases will either fall off or will deviate and go other places, and suddenly you have these huge emotional risks between playing the game or interacting with the people or trying to even want to excel at the game versus trying to just better interact with different connections in the community.
Yeah, I agree.
Next observation was to go into the grassroots mindset. So for this community, is it Matcherino that's needed for events all of the time or some of the time in order for events to kick off? Or do people naturally show up for events if it's in their best interest, or they do have the time available in which to play?
If they had the time available.
Okay.
If they had time available. Majority of these people have time available. Like, majority of them are like still in school. So,
Gotcha. Okay. All right, but with grassroots, what I mean by grassroots is like the event doesn't necessarily need to house fiscal interest in order to still function and succeed as a general like staple or pillar in the community of competitive or casual investment.
yeah.
Versus crowdfund versus what is it, a more like capitalistic perspective where money has to be present to always move a dial. And it takes away from well, yes, you do want to play for money sometimes, but you also don't want to lose the fact that it is a game and that you also want to try and have joy with the game too. It doesn't always have to be for profit or only just play for profit, because you lose the point in trying to support scenes that are losing more money than they're making in order to keep these things aloft.
Yeah. I feel that, bro.
So you said the grassroots mindset versus the Matcherino mindset. Which one did you say it was for? That you felt?
I said the Matcherino. Definitely Matcherino. You know what I'm saying? Definitely that one. Because people, they obviously want to make money, but like they don't put their own money into it. You know what I'm saying? At all.
Okay. Next observation is, as it stands right now, what was the highest competitive presentation of the Demon Slayer community?
That's good. Okay, so in terms of like tournaments or in terms of like players, like
in terms of the tournament and then in terms of the player.
I'll say all the majors. I guess all the major tournaments they had like these little these Blood Moon brawls or like Nikito's tournaments that have big money. I'll say them. Now as far as players, let's see. I don't know actually when it comes to like the players part, but like if we talk about just the general tournaments, I'll just say like Keto's tournaments and Qyon's tournaments because they always have the biggest money in them.
Okay. What was the second dude's name? Not Nikito?
No, it was Qyon.
Kuyon, okay. Did they have did any of them host an event recently?
I think it was. Nah, none of them actually. Nah, Q don't. He don't. I don't think he streams again no more. I don't think he streams again no more. Nikito's he's about to do his. He's about to do his. Like, I think when some of the other tournament people get finished doing theirs, because there's some qualifiers going on right now. So the players are fighting to be qualified for the $2,000 tournament. So that's gonna be another big tournament.
Oh, wait a minute. That's Demo's tournament. I know which one you're talking about.
Well, yeah, I think
That's the
Nikito's
1K
about
thing.
to. Yeah, I think it actually got bigger. I think the prize probably got bigger. I could be wrong though, but I was hearing it got bigger. But yeah, Nikito's about to host that, and I'm about to commentate in it.
All right.
This is beautiful.
Oh, Nikita's is gonna host his own qualifier coming up.
No. Like I think they're both. I think they both agreed on. I don't know. I can't speak for them. I don't know. That's what it seems like since I asked if he's hosting it, and I think he's hosting it. So
Okay. Okay. Well, that's in terms of the event. In terms of the player, in your opinion, what do you think was the highest level of presentation? For EU, I kind of already got an idea because I think Hilly Aster's definitely in that conversation.
oh yeah, for sure. Now as far as NA, I don't have nobody on my radar, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you at all. Besides me, when I was competing. But if I was to pick, I would say Kyra. He's a new gen player. He's a new gen player. I would say Kyram for sure.
Cairo or Chiron?
No, Kyram. It's like Crimson, but it's like Kyram. Like his name starts with a K. But he a new gen player. He a new gen player. He the best new gen player out right now. So
Okay. All right. See if I can't try and find that in. Oh, hang on. I was actually just looking.
you'll see, bro.
It'll come up as we're going along, chat. Maybe. Don't force these things. Next, I wanted to delve into while I'm looking. Oh, hang on. Oh, almost. Alright, but next I wanted to delve into was going into the PvP background here. So we're going to check off here for the general table of contents about the community, and so we're going to delve into the comp aspect, since the comp aspect is the main centerpiece of the Demon Slayer experience.
Yes, correct.
So, what's the timeline of the PvP community? Is my first question. What's the timeline of the PvP community?
Okay, so as far as player versus player, when it comes to just running sets, that shit been around for as long as the game first released. Everybody been playing against each other. That's a known thing. Now as far as like clan battles, as far as like 2v2s, 3v3s, 6v6, like that recently came when Demon Slayer finally added group matches, right? And they did that. This happened in the first game because the first game didn't even have group matches. We literally got a group match later on down the line. So yeah, but to answer that question, it's been that's been going on as far as the game released.
Okay. This will be a long thread where I talk. Oh, hang on. This could actually be. Damn. So into my question, right?
Mm-hmm.
The comp scene here, did from that starting timeline to the present, what were some things that you think that competitors overlook?
In terms of what?
Over the years, what's something that you think that competitors overlook in terms of like general like improvement or adaptation or self-awareness?
Oh, okay. See, that's good. I would say players overlook versatility, the true meaning of versatility. All right, like the actual true meaning of versatility, to be versatile, whatever, like to be versatile at a high level with other, with other subjects. So basically, in these terms, with other characters, and a lot of these players aren't. Um, NA's versatility is shot. It's shot. It's shot down so far. It's just kind of sad. It's really sad how shut down it is. Nobody in NA is unique. Well, excluding myself and excluding like my whole entire clan. Everybody in NA is not unique. So they're definitely overlooking versatility, what it means to truly be versatile, and also again being lazy. They're being lazy to lab their characters. They're being lazy to lab characters.
Okay. Follow up in there that I wanted to ask. Follow up question was, are there any unspoken rules or norms that new players don't know compared to the older players, or like traits that define the community experience, aside from probably having a pocket top tier?
You will always if we're talking about like new things that the new players wouldn't know, I would say meeting these type of people. So under like the people they will meet in this community can probably either keep them in the community or drive them away from the community, because these people are weird individuals, and I mean that.
Could you elaborate?
So, like I said, the monkey see, monkey do situation. If you don't do the same thing that they're telling you to do, or if you have a different outlook on certain things, they tend to group up on you and they tend to suck you. So I use the word sucking because it's like leeches. Leeches are, bugs. When they see light, they want to just go to light, and the light source can burn them, but they don't care. So you will know you're right if they all gang up on you and try to warp your opinion on certain things, because they know that you're the light and they want to take some of that light because they want to be like you.
Okay. Um. Well, would they know that the person that's trying to get them to play the game is secretly trying to push them away? Would they be able to like pick up on that most times, or is the
Yeah.
gameplay, or would they be coached in it or believed to think that the gameplay, while it is inviting, absolutely, it does have one or two like possible polarizing aspects to it?
And both things you just said, yeah. Like if you get better than a person, they're gonna try to slick talk you. They're gonna try to talk you in a slick way. Then, what can also push newer players away from this game is like the sheer amount of bugs and the players who use the bugs in their benefit and then try to call themselves good.
Okay. Um. Next question. was what separates strong players from the top level players?
Top level players, bro. That is so very interesting because like I would say majority of these players are just good players, not like top level players. Like the way I could say it from my point of view is that the way you can tell is if they know what to do in every situation, especially when it comes to character mismatches. You know what I'm saying? Like probably bad matchups. This is a bad matchup, or that's a bad matchup. Like if they know how to take care of that, you feel me?
Next question. What players have the most underrated lore about them, and why?
Kyron, my boy Kyron got underrated lore because he he literally the thing about him is he literally played. Well, he didn't play the first game at a high level, or he barely played the first game, but the second game he came out of nowhere. Nobody was prepared. He came out of nowhere at all, and he just started dominating. He started dominating. He was a Sabito man. He just started dominating,
Oh, Kyram, hang on. I
and
found it.
yeah,
Took me a minute to find you, boy. I found him. Oh, Crimson.
yeah. I call him Kyron, though.
Oh. Oh, okay, word. Okay. Okay, proceed. I didn't mean to interrupt. But what, to continue with the lore.
Yes. Kyron, he came out of nowhere, bro. He just started dominating, and I found him. I found him amongst all this BS that was going on in this one server, and we fought. We ran first to five. I won, and I was like, bro, you gotta stop switching. Boom, boom, boom. I was like, bro. I was like, you're good, but you gotta stop just going through character to character. And he was like, bro, I know Slayers suck, and he was like. Slayers take no skill because he switched to Slayers and he just started, about to come back. He was coming back on me. And then I end up clutching it out because he had these bad habits at the time that I kept punishing him for. Then I beat him.
So the lore with him is a confidence in his craft.
No, the lore with him is purely, well, I guess to sum it up, is that, yeah, but how I met him. How I met him.
Oh, okay. Sounds like you guys had a really nice series of matches.
We did.
Let's see here. Oh, hey, Hoodie Poke, welcome back in. Yeah, we're still here. It is still live. If you had any questions or whatnot for you, just let me know and we can go ahead and ask away while we're here. Next thing I wanted to delve into was delving into more of the founding players or some of the first recognized top players and character specialists on the game grid. I wanted to go into so the very first Demon Slayer tournament you can remember, or how far back you can remember, who won the first big Demon Slayer tournament, or the first one that you know, and like what do you feel set the stage for a lot of the scene leading into that event?
Mm. As for like the player, I'll say who won a big tournament. I'll say people from my group. I'll say probably Yozomitsu, Hazi, Shinoa, um, Flying, Lost. Like everybody in my clique, be around. They all be around to start. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh wait, what did you say was the second question?
The second question, along with that, when I said who won the first big Demon Slayer tournaments, was what do you feel set the stage for the events leading into that? Like, what do you think helped them to join? That's my follow-up question.
Mm. Uh. Mm, I'll say that's interesting. So so you're saying how would I feel if somebody was following it up?
So to reiterate the question was to who won the first big Demon Slayer tournament, and who or what were the elements that set the stage leading into that event.
I don't know about name, but
If
I
you like,
don't
we can
know
also
about
skip.
name. Yeah, I guess we could. Cause I mean, it's not really a skip. It's just I don't have no. I don't have no names uh, for that one.
That's okay, and that's perfectly okay. The main thing about the Q&A is to just answer the questions to the best of your abilities. It's not putting you on the spot to try to force an answer for something that you may not know. Um, Next question was going into the clans or organizations that roam the land of Demon Slayer and Demon Slayer 2. Well, Demon Slayer 2 now, but um how frequently do organizations travel through the game, or is it mainly just all clans? Or does it intertwine between the two?
Mm, uh. Mm, wait. You said my fault. Your mic cut in. And, I thought you said pause.
Mm, Nah. So to reiterate, the question was, do organizations or clans generally roam the video game, or does it intertwine between the two? Like there are clans, but there's also like organizations, like sponsors and whatnot, that when people get sponsored. Do you see one more than the other, or both?
Mm-hmm.
Is the game here? Let me try to reiterate it a different way. So is the game ran more by clans, or is it ran by organizations like and sponsors? That's mainly what I'm asking.
It's not in clans.
Huh?
Not clans wise. It's ran by clans more.
Okay. All right. Next question was to go into how many clans are there, or how many are there now? Do you know how many clans that do actively exist on Demon Slayer at the moment?
No.
Okay. How about yours though? I would like to know how did your clan come about? The one here. You there?
What did you say? Oh, my clan?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Are you saying what I did? Like,
No, the question was in terms of like how many clans are active now, but also more specifically, your clan. How did it first form? Or how long has it been here? Because the clan's name here, this is NG12K.
yeah, that just recently happened. I recently just put that on there.
Oh,
'Cause- yeah, it means new gen.
New Gen. Okay. How long has New Gen been around on the game? Take your time. When did the clan first get founded or first get created? Did you guys partake in any clan battles or clan wars or your very first one? Hmm. Gotta give me something here.
Yeah, my fault. I don't know what's going on now. I guess I'm just feeling so relaxed. I don't know. My fault. What's the question again?
My question was, how many active clans are there? Or if you don't know, when was your clan first founded? The one that you run. If you need, we can also skip that part too. I just wanted to know like when the origin of the clan was, or if you guys took part in any clan battles.
We did. The original clan. It started way back. It started really way back, way back. It was the before. One day before I hopped into the Discord servers or shit like that. I just on rank. I was finding some people to fight, and then made a group. And the rest is history. Yeah.
Okay, chat is also asking a question. Let me see here. No, we're not cooked, guys. We're fine. Ask him how did it feel when Raw Man beat him?
Ramen, yeah,
Okay, we'll come back around to Raw Man. But wait. To conclude your question, to conclude the question, though, what did you say? You said you were in rank. You found people that you really enjoyed playing rank with, and was that roughly like how it started, or that's kind of how it's going? I need you to give me something to work with. Or do you need a minute?
Yeah. I don't know why I feel so relaxed. I'm just feeling so relaxed right now, bro. I think I'm just sitting off looking. That's kind of crazy. Uh, dude. What was the question? My phone just just so relaxed. I'm so
I see.
just relaxed.
The main question that I also derived into was to ask about the origin of your clan and how New Gen 12K first started or was first formed. We're close to the last question.
Okay. It was formed around 3 years ago, and I told myself I want to make a clan. I told myself I want to make a clan this time, so I made one. I didn't think it was gonna be this big. It was big, but I didn't think it was gonna be that big. But I met some good people, and the rest is history.
Okay.
The rest is history. That's all I can say, man. The rest is history after that.
Okay. Let me see here. How many members are active right now in your clan?
A good 5.
5 players?
A good 5, man. A good 5.
Next analysis, and this will be the closing one for the time being. So this is a two-parter. So take your time in order to answer this as you need. The first part of this is, does every character have a specialist to them? Or were some people just bold enough to do random select a lot? And are Demon Slayer character specialists seen as pioneer players or representatives? Take your time.
That was a question. Bro, I'm so sorry, bro. I don't know why I'm dozing off. Like, I guess it's just warm and shit in my room right now.
It's all good.
What was it?
So, to reiterate, the question is, does every character have a specialist to them? That's the first part of the question. Does every character on the game have like a character specialist to them? Someone that plays that character, or they excel in playing just this character. Like they're known by this character. This is the ride or die.
Some players, not all. Yeah, like I said, some, but not all.
Okay, so all right, let me look at the roster real quick. So every character, just about every character on the roster, does have a character specialist to them.
To a certain extent.
Okay.
To a certain extent.
To an extent. Okay. And then the other part of my question was, are Demon Slayer character specialists seen as pioneering players or representatives? Like, they're the first people you think of when you think of this character. You think of this guy, or you think of this chick, or this entity. Where it's just like, when I see this character, I think of them. And if you need tech or you need to understand how to play this character, you go to that guy or that chick, and they make it do what it do. Like, let me give you an example. Let me try and cook a second. So, let me do her here. Oh, who's the cutie pie here? Is that the name? Yes, okay, so Nezuko, for instance. Okay, so let's say there's a Nezuko main afoot. So who's the first person that comes to mind when you think of a Nezuko main? Or a Tanjiro main, or a Kaijaku main, let's say. Ryo, are you there, man? I need you to stay with me.
Yeah, I am.
Right. Give me an idea on like a character specialist, because I know you might be going in and out. I want to help you before we go. As an example, of course. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but. But are Demon Slayer specialists seen as like pioneers? That's why I was wondering. Do you believe that they're seen as pioneers or representatives of sorts for these characters? This is the last question, then we're pretty much Gucci. Are there character specialists?
Yeah, only me and Karen and people in my clique. They are character specialists.
You and who's the other person? Who was the other person?
It was Karen or Karen.
Oh, okay. Hang on, Kyron. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yeah, character specialists, pioneering representatives. What character does Kyron play exactly that allows him to try and set the tone? What character does he specialize with? Ryu.
Her friend that something happened.
What happened?
No, something happened. Answering that question.
Oh no, but to reiterate the question, it was what character does he main? Ow. Hey, Jazuko. Wait, welcome in. Thank you with the follow. Ew. Got my other follow. Hey, what's going on? Welcome in. Alright, but let me see here. So I know you play Muzan, so that's a character that you generally main, and so he plays.
Who plays what?
Hey, wait a minute. I think I've seen this character before. No, I was saying what character does Kyrim generally play? But I think I've seen Wolf Dude before. I just can't think of the name. I don't know. But
Yeah, you already
help me out with who that character is, because that's actually a good example of what I was talking about here. Is with the character specialists, which in a sense are like character loyalists. Okay, but let's see. I believe this is everything here for the time being. So if you like, we can check here, and I think that is everything that really covers all my table of contents that I wanted to sit and go over with today, in order to respectfully go into a pretty decent deep dive of the community's history for the most part. from what you can recollect and give me an idea of, and see where we go from here as I delve further into the community. I noticed as we went through the ladder of the podcast here. Oh, and Hoodie Poke, thank you with the follow out there. I appreciate it. I noticed as we went through the ladder of the podcast here, I noticed that there are some people that also do have some intake. And Chad's got some pretty good intake on the lot of stuff that was talked about so far. So I think we got some good stuff here that we're able to expand on with, and I want to take the time to sit and thank you for having you here today in order to help delve into the ladder of the Xbox and the PlayStation community in order to give me an idea on where some of the founding hierarchy is in the scene, and trying to see if you can, and painting a decent picture. There's a couple of people also in chat that also want to expand on that, and so I also want to help them build on what you created in the landscape in order to house the deeper perspective going forward into the community and figuring this out, right? So thank you for your time here tonight. I really appreciate having the chance to have you on, Ryo. Is there anybody you would like to raid? Is there anybody you would like to raid? And chat, I'm also going to need your help too. Whom is on that you would like us to raid? And that I'm gonna have to watch this. You, yeah, we're gonna need to watch it back. Oh, Silver Daddy's on. Oh, say less.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to use a resource and then just hack on other resources.
Huh?
I just hack on other resources.
No, I said earlier, thank you for sharing the resources that you had with me, so that way I can figure out how to expand my case as I continue interviewing and meeting a lot of the people and some of the greats on the grid here. So I thank you.
You see it?
Alright.
Huh?
Let's see here, because Chats is suggesting for us to raid Silver Daddy. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop us off at Daddy Silver, if that's okay. Alright, and for chat, while you're out there, if you haven't already, seek to leave Ryo a follow here for the Twitter and for YouTube, the Ryo Kitbutsuji, the YouTube channel here for him. Definitely seek to leave him a follow as you can. Homie puts in a lot of really nice work in order to make some videos. He's been doing some good stuff out on Bleach since the leave taking of since the leave taking of Demon Slayer, so he's been putting in some good work over there. So seek to leave him a follow, like you know. The channel will be left below in the description. Alright, I'm going to see if I can respectfully find Silver Daddy, since Silver Daddy's on. And Hoodie Poke, I can meet up with you later tonight real quick, or probably once I wrap up here, and then we can go over a quick time and a place on when you want to do the podcast, or when you'd like to have your own. I can definitely help you with that. Just give me an idea on if you're free for weekdays or weekend. Silver Daddy, hang on. I gotta find... Wait, Silver Daddy or Daddy Silver? Daddy Silver, hang on. Yes, yes, it is. I was typing it in wrong. My mind is melting. Alright, so, chat, we're gonna get ready to respectfully raid Daddy Silver in the Tides of Destiny and the Water Breather tournament of $50. Wait a minute. Daddy's having a tournament tonight? Oh, hell, I could just watch this. Say less. Damn, this is OD. Hoodie, Jazz, thanks for looking out. That was actually a good call to raid over here. Because I can actually save this, and then we can come back, and my next stream can probably literally be this, if not the following podcast. All right, chat. Go. If you guys got my emotes, spam them. You already know where we're gonna go. You guys take care out there for the night. And like I said, feel free to leave Ryo a follow for the Twitter and the YouTube. You guys take care, and like I always say, till all are one.
W Ray for Rodimus. What's goody?